Now we are not afraid, although we know there's much to fear. We were moving mountains long before we knew we could. There can be miracles when you believe, though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe? Somehow you will. You will when you believe.
Hello and welcome to everybody to our Coronavirus Sunday School sessions here on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to be talking about Thomas, Doubting Thomas as he's known, and how Jesus came back and spoke to him about belief and believing. On the evening of the first day of the week, the disciples had gathered together. They locked the doors of the place because they were afraid of the Jewish leaders. And then, what should happen next but Jesus, who had been crucified and died, but now was risen, came and stood amongst them and said, "Peace be with you." When he had said this, he showed them his hands and his side. Then the disciples rejoiced when they saw that it was the Lord. Then Jesus said to them again, "Peace be with you. Just as the Father has sent me, I also send you." After he said this, he breathed on them and said, "Receive the Holy Spirit. If you forgive anyone's sins, they are forgiven. If you retain anyone's sins, they are retained." But Thomas, who was one of the 12, was not with them that day. So when they next saw him, the other disciples said to him, "We've seen the Lord." But Thomas replied, "I haven't, unless I see the wounds from the nails in his hands and can put my hand in his side, I will not believe it." 8 days later, the disciples were together in the house, and Thomas was with them. Although the doors were locked, Jesus stood among them again and said, "Peace be with you." Then he said to Thomas, "Put your finger here, examine my hands. Extend your hand and put it into my side. Do not continue in your unbelief, but believe in me." Thomas looked at Jesus' hands. Then he cried out, "My Lord and my God." Jesus said to him, "Thomas, you believe because you've seen me, but blessed are the people who have not seen me, and yet they still believe in me." Unlike Thomas and the other disciples, we were not there when Jesus walked the earth. We have not seen him physically or touched him, spent time with him in that way. But we can still believe, even though we haven't seen. And Jesus said, "Blessed are those who have that ability to believe, even though they're not the ones to have seen him." And these deeds are written down in the Gospels, in John's Gospel, this story we have been reading, so that those people may come to believe, and that by believing in Jesus, they will have life eternal. At the start of this video, I played a song from the Prince of Egypt, "When We Believe," and it says that when we believe, miracles can happen. Well, Jesus said, "Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed," which is a very tiny seed, "you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." We can do miracles when we believe. Thank you for listening for today's story. There are a number of activities that have been sent around by email, some songs with that you can have a listen to, and some other videos about Thomas as well, explaining videos you can find on YouTube. If you haven't received that email and you would like to be included, then do send me a message either here or on Facebook, and I will include you on that list.